We are heading off on a bit of a trek back to where Mandy would have showed you this morning to Ubirr lookout. So we're going to go do the sunset up on top of the rocks and have a bit of a look and see what it looks like. Apparently it's a pretty spectacular sight. The sunset at Ubirr was pretty good. You could sort of have really good 360-degree views, and over one side there was sort of a big swamp, billabong area, which you could just imagine. It looked like you were, in Africa. You could have seen giraffes and lions running through there, gazelles. But we didn't see any buffalo. I thought it would have been pretty cool if we sort of heard a buffalo trotting through there. But then you have the escarpments over to the west and behind you. It was really good, and the sun sort of came down and just put the colours into the rock. It was just, pretty good.
Sunset, when we climbed up through past the artwork and up to the top of the rock, and we'd done the artwork earlier that morning, but we sort of stopped before we got to the top where the pinnacle is, because we wanted to sort of save that for the sunset. And so we climbed back up there in the afternoon, got up there around 5 o'clock and spent a couple of hours up there before the sun setted. And yeah, it was nice. It was actually, on the sun setting side, sure, it looked great, and that sun went that blood red colour, but the reflection on the rocks behind us, and the escarpment, how it all went red, and the green canopy of the trees, that was sort of the highlight for me. It was definitely worth going back up there in the afternoon.
The rocks on one side and then that vast lagoon on the other, and then when the sun started going down, and it just, because we had those fires, that sun just got redder and redder. And there's nothing like a territory sunset, and to see it up on top of that rock, how amazing.
It didn't matter which way you looked, like Craig said, you're watching the rocks changing colour, but you also get that change of the blues and the pinks in the sky behind as the sun's setting. So you're like, which way do I look? Everywhere I look, there's something beautiful.
I actually thought to myself at one point, how did all this happen in one spot? How did all this beauty just happen in one area? And it's really cool how it's a national park and how it's been protected and looked after, and how still the traditional landowners are still involved, and to keep it the way it is,